Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and baby, we ain't in Kansas anymore, okay? We are in Fredericksburg, Texas for a joyride to Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. Baby, I'm gonna get dirty and grab some peaches. Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Okay, before I get my hands dirty, I have to learn a little bit of the history of this farmstead. So of course, I gotta talk to the OG, Mark Weezer.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Do I look dressed to
Almost.
take on the orchard? What do you mean almost?
Well, like I told you in the old days, you need long sleeves. You'd be itching like crazy if you were picking back in the 60s.
Oh no. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to itch today. All right, but I'm itching to learn about the farmstead. So give me a little bit of the history.
Well, we only have 60 acres. It's a very small orchard as far as that goes, but my dad felt obligated to buy this place because in 1928 he had told a bunch of farmers that they should quit growing cotton and growing peach trees.
Oh.
And that's where the industry started, so he felt obligated to join them, at least show some unity. And
so he spoke up without, wanting to.
Right.
And had to.
He was
take
never
it
a farmer. He ran away from home in Germany because he hated farming. He didn't want to do that, and now he had to do something.
Gosh.
So he bought these 60 acres. In 1928, he planted peach trees. I came along quite late, and by the time I grew up and realized what a farm was all about, all my older siblings were already in college. And my dad had a funny idea about girls. His girls weren't going to become secretaries. They were going to become professionals. So they all got shipped off to college. And my brother was already serving in World War II. So suddenly around 9 years old, I was the one that had to get up and help my mom pick peaches. And we had no tractor, no pickup, nothing. And then she said, now you sit on the highway and you sell them. And so I had to go sit on the highway.
Right there, that highway.
Yeah, it was just built in 1935, so it was perfect. It became the major highway to San Antonio. And so I sat there with no sign, nothing. I just had my peaches in the front yard, and people stopped and bought peaches. Well, I really began to like doing that. And so as I got older and went into high school, that was my summer job, is selling peaches. And then I said, this is what I want to do for a living.
How did Dad take that?
He didn't. He had a funny habit of wearing his glasses up on his brow, and he could raise his eyebrows, and those glasses would slide down to attention. I said, oh God, I'm going to be in for it now. And for the next hour, I had a lecture of all the value of getting an education and doing anything but farming. And I never said a word, but he said, okay, that ended my dream about peaches. So I got shipped off to Texas A&M after I graduated, and at the beginning of my sophomore year, he passed away.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, well, maybe there is opportunity. So I started studying horticulture and all the things that went with that.
Yeah.
But I started getting my teaching certificate and got a job in Seguin, which is 30 miles east of San Antonio. And I drove back and forth. I took my first paycheck, which was a whopping $450 for the entire month.
Wow.
And I started buying peach trees, and I started replanting the orchard. So we're, in 1928, we'll celebrate 100 years of growing peaches on this site. And so that's going to be an interesting year for us. But I decided I wanted a really nice place to sell peaches out of. And so my best friend's mother said, well, Mr. Barron's out here is tearing down a log cabin for a hog pen. So I went out to visit him, and he's tearing down this beautiful 1870 log cabin. And so I bought those logs, and I spent the summer of '67 bringing them in one by one and storing them in the barn. So in '69, I hired a carpenter, and I put the log cabin back together. And in June of '69, I opened up selling peaches. I asked my mom to make jams and jellies, and I discovered that, people came back and said, that tasted just like my mama's jams and jellies. So I said, bingo, there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
So that's how we got into the jam and jelly business.
Jelly.com, baby.
Yeah.
And you weren't just a farmer, you also were the judge here, right?
Yes, I wanted to be county judge because my dad was county judge, my brother was a judge, and
Dad would be proud.
I hope so.
Dad would be proud.
Maybe someday I'll find out.
All right, I gotta get my hands dirty.
Okay.
So you can stay here looking nice or meet us at the next gator.
I'll meet you.
But we got Case Fisher here, the other co-owner of this wonderful farmstead, and I'm ready to get dirty.
Let's do it. We're gonna go over here to our Loring peaches. Did Mark tell you about the different varieties the orchard has?
No, and actually he did say his dad planted 450. How many are here now?
This block is 1,200.
Just this block?
This block. And then we have on the south side another 1,200 blocks. So we have 2,400 peaches. And of course we have an experimental orchard that has pears, apricots, apples, all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I see some beautiful trees here. So can I just go grab them?
Well, yeah, you can, but if you want a ripe peach, it's all about color. So you're looking at the peaches, of course, they always will have red when they're getting ripe, but they have a little sheen of green that will start to turn yellow. And so when you're looking for the red and the yellow. So these are getting very close. This is a nice one right there. I mean, as you see that green, that turning to yellow, that is where you're going. That's what you're trying to find. But and then
Can I pick
yeah,
any?
yeah, please.
What do I
Please.
pick?
I'd pick that one. That's a good
I can
one.
pick that one?
Yeah.
Baby, that's a peach right there, if I've ever seen it. Is that a right way to, do you just pull?
Yeah, you just pull.
Oh
and you
my
add.
God.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Is it, do people normally use gloves or like?
Well, you know, today the peaches have been, they developed the peaches. That's fine. We can pick that up.
Can you?
Yeah.
Like, do you guys let them go to waste here? Like the ones that go on the floor?
Well, we're fortunate to have a distillery on site, and we make peach brandy.
Maybe. I'm gonna try that brandy later.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's at Dietz Distillery.
It
right?
is.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to party there. All right, well this is just a piece of the farmstead. I need a tour.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Mark's ready. Rev it up, baby.
Hop in.
All right, y'all stay right there. We'll be right back from Fisher and Weezer Farmstead.
Are we going?
Welcome back to the Nightcap. We're on a joyride at Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. We've got Case Fisher, Mark Weezer. We've seen the orchard, but now we're taking a drive through. What do we got? We got Airstreams?
Airstreams, yes. 3 of them. You can stay in those.
Also, people come and they stay.
Right.
And they get to enjoy this beautiful scenery.
Thank you.
And I see like there's more property in the back.
Yeah, that's the block 2 of the our orchard, and of course we have a 5-bedroom farmhouse down there with its own private lake that you can rent as well.
All right, I know you've got the distillery in the back. I know you've got your own home in the log cabin, but we're gonna make a stop where?
We're gonna stop here at Das Peach House. Mark's gonna take a left.
In Das Peach House, is that a store? What is it? I just gotta go in and find out, huh?
Absolutely.
All right, let's check it out.
All right. Before we go to Das Peach House, I wanted to show you the log cabin Mark was
This is
talking about.
it?
This is
This
the
is the
original
OG?
log cabin.
Wow.
And I thought it would be good to see that. Come on in.
Okay, so we're gonna learn your history.
Absolutely. But we happen to have a pictorial here that kind of talks about the history. But the first job that I had at Das Peach House, working for Mark as a freshman in high school, 1979, was picking agarita berries. And you can see you actually thrash them. And those are this is a good example of what you do. I couldn't figure out how in the world you'd make money. It was such a hard process. We still do that.
What?
Yes. All right, I want to show you Das Peach House.
Yeah, let's do it. I need to try these products. Baby.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited.
Okay, welcome to Das Peach House.
Whoa, okay. Y'all got a lot.
We got a lot going on in here.
Wait, so from like, what, thousands and thousands of trees?
Right.
To now we're pushing out products.
Exactly. We take all that stuff we grow and make it into jams and jellies and sauces, about 175 different flavors that we produce. A lot of peach products.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Is it all peach?
Yeah, peach and whiskey barbecue sauce, that's a great one. You know, we started in jams and jellies. Jams and jellies was the basis of our business, and in the mid-90s, people were buying our jams and jellies and putting them on pork chops and stuff. And I thought, why don't we make sauces? But this is what put us on the map. Our #1 selling product that we developed in 1996 is roasted raspberry chipotle sauce.
Roasted
And
raspberry
it still is our #1 selling product out of all 175 products. This can actually be on pork. You can put this on a steak. People add a little vinegar to it and make it into a salad dressing. This product, 99.9% of the people that try this product love it.
And I'm part of that huge percentage.
It's amazing.
Adding me, that's 100%, right?
So this was our actually second sauce that we developed, and it rose to #1, and still, like I said, is our #1 seller out of everything.
Oh no, I'm taking some home.
Absolutely.
I'm putting it on pork chops and cream cheese and my body. All right, I need more, Case. And I hear you got a cooking school, you got wine tasting room, and a distillery.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Right.
All right, listen, you stay right there. I'm gonna smother this a little bit more on here and smother, whatever it is. I'm drunk on it. All right, you stay right there. We'll be right back from Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We're on a joyride to Fredericksburg, Texas, and we are at the Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. And baby, I have had an adventure already, but you know who's had a bigger adventure? The wife of Case Fisher, Deanna. All right, Deanna, you married into this wild
I did.
life.
I did. When I met Case on the first date, I believe he told me he was going to be in the jelly business. And I thought, oh good, he has a plan.
Oh, you thought he had a plan?
I thought he'll make a living.
I don't know what I would say
So-
if somebody I was interested in was like,
Yeah.
I'm in the jelly business.
Well, and we didn't know any better. And
Right.
it was very small. It was just, and every day we just worked to try to make the next best decision and grow the next best step.
Wow. Okay, so and where are we now, or what was this
We're
place?
in our culinary adventure cooking school, which is so much fun. And this is my daughter, Ellie.
Hey, Ellie.
And she is in charge of everything that you've participated in this road trip. So.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
All right, so tell me about the school. Is this what you normally lay out for?
Yeah, this is the normal setup. We do Fisher and Weezer kind of charcuterie, little board, and we do like 5 or 6 classes a week, and it's anything from tapas, Mexican food, German fare, or even our private classes. You just discuss with the chef and figure out what you want to eat.
Wow. Okay, so how do people sign up?
On jelly.com.
On jelly.com, and they need to just come in and.
Yeah, you just go on there. We have a calendar. We book it, or we have it 3 months out, so you can plan,
Baby,
3 or
so-
4 months
so
out
log in right
and
now.
find something.
Awesome. So what do people get? So they get to cook, and then they get to eat
You get to cook, and you have wine pairings throughout the whole class. So you can either leave that up to the chef to decide what you want to drink, or you can pick. And we have a whole bunch of different wines in our wine collection, fruit wines, reserve wines, kind of our run-of-the-mill, what everyone loves wines.
You want to taste some wine?
You know that's what I want to do.
Well, let's go. Here's a little glass for you to start.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Now we're talking. I got wine in the hand. We got bottles all around, and you must be Simon.
I am, and welcome to the wine tasting room.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to be here.
Wonderful.
All right, so Simon, who are you?
I am the youngest son here,
Oh,
and
gosh.
I went ahead and bit the bullet and did my training in winemaking. I moved to Napa Valley, did my training in winemaking, worked in vineyards out there, worked in wineries. It was a way to get away from home,
Right.
but also inevitably come back.
To come back.
So
With wine.
with
Like,
wine.
That's the best way
exactly.
to come
I
back.
had to come back bearing gifts.
Yes.
Right? So here we are, all the gifts, all the
Baby,
fruits
I
of
mean,
our labor.
I already have some of your labor in my hand.
Right.
All right, so what is this?
This, what you're having right now, is our dry Riesling.
Okay.
And this is kind of, for me, it represents what the whole line is all about. It's typically a super sweet wine, but in Germany and Austria, where we love wines from, and that's where our history is, they do a dry version, so that's what we had to do there. But this region is known for its kind of arid, dry climate, so we do a lot of Spanish grapes and a lot of Italian grapes really well. So this is the Sangiovese, kind of a peppery one, super light,
I like this.
wonderful.
This is great.
Yeah, just super,
And
I
it's
mean,
dry as well.
yeah, dry as well. This is our Hill Country peach wine.
Okay.
This is I mean, why don't you just give it a try? It's a sweet like a peach.
Oh, is this about to be very
Yeah,
different from
it's
what I just had?
it's gonna be a big departure.
Okay. I feel like this smells like, you know, the peach rings that you
Yes,
oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's fruit wine.
Right. But here is my favorite.
Ooh.
I've saved the best for last, in my opinion. This is our peach moscato. This is a super cool one that we do that not a lot of people do in this region. It's a 50-50 fermentation with peach juice and muscat grape juice. It's sweet, but it's also floral and
it's not like a barefoot Moscato
Right.
that, like, you know, you having for the first time as an 18,
exactly,
20-year-old.
exactly.
This is an approachable Moscato for people who've had wine and enjoy wine. Honestly, this is the best pregame for the party you guys are having tonight at the distillery.
That's right.
All right, well, I gotta go meet Dietz, Simon. I think the last of the kids.
The last of
the
us.
last of the kids, because this is a family affair here at Fisher and Weezer. So I'm gonna finish this, probably take a few more of those, and then meet y'all at the distillery after the break. Stay right there, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We took a joyride to Fredericksburg, Texas, and we are at the Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. And baby, they have a distillery here, so you know the Nightcap had to try what they have to offer. So here I am with Dietz Fisher himself,
How's it going?
who's got everything going on at Dietz Distillery.
Yes, we do. Yeah, so I always wanted to work with the family business in some way and didn't really know how that would turn out. So went off to A&M to get a degree and basically started making craft cocktails. And then I was like, well, how do you make the spirits that go in the cocktails, and kind of going down that rabbit hole, and kind of worked with Garrison Brothers out in High, Dan Garrison. Oh yeah, and I called him up and he was like, well, if the guys like you, then, you know, I've got no problem with it. So I spent a day with them, and I was like probably 20 at the time. And at the end of the day, I was like, did I pass? Did I get the internship? And Donis there was like, I think so. Why not? Like, you know, you seem nice enough. And that's where I kind of got the bug. And then, you know, we grow peaches. So I was like, well, how would the distilling kind of work with the orchard and everything else? And we have a family friend in Austria, and that's where I really kind of all fit into place, because, you know, doing like the old world distilling techniques with our fruit, because over there they do like apricot brandy, pear brandy, all that kind of stuff.
And so skills
and brought them here basically. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right, well, baby, I want to take a sip of these. So
Yes,
what are we
so
looking at here?
the first one here, so basically we're doing the fruit spirits and everything, and then it's like, well, we're only using local fruit, so you're not gonna have the brandy in stock year round. What else can we do? And I love gin, so I was like, well, let's do a gin. So
Now, listen, I heard from a pretty little bird that this is a very, very special gin.
yes, so I love gin, and I didn't want to like just totally remove juniper, because it's like that's what makes gin. So we use like it's like starts out with a botanical bill like a London Dry. So you use juniper, coriander, angelic root, orris root, but then we use a little pink peppercorn, cubeb pepper, tiny bit of cardamom, and some pink grapefruit peel. So it really, you get the flavor all the way through, and you don't really have that bite on the end like you do on a more old school gin.
Okay, I swear to you, Dietz, I was very scared to try this. People who watch know that me and Jen have barely become friends through the course of this show. So when I first started tasting this, I was like, oh, and I smelled it. I was like, oh, am I gonna like this botanical? I love this.
Oh, awesome.
Like the journey, like the citrusiness in it, you can tell that peppercorn, that spice, you hit it. And so I was like, how is this gonna burn going down? This is so sippable by itself. Like normally I like gin and cocktails. This is fantastic. All right, now to the stuff that like you make with the farm products.
So this one we make with our like our pears on the farm. This one, the pear almost has a mouthfeel of like a Blanco tequila, real crisp. But then instead of like those tequila flavors, you're getting that kind of bright pear note, essentially.
Oh, that is so clean. Oh, that's good. Okay,
And now this one is the peach, and it's about, so whereas like the pear was 40% alcohol, this one's at 50%, and it's got a mouthfeel like almost like a whiskey or a cognac or something. It coats your palate, but you get that like real bright like peach aroma and everything. This is like my favorite.
So this is what I was expecting the
Yeah.
pear to be like.
Yes.
This is very good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait, hold on. How do you say cheers in Austrian?
Prost.
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 Okay, we got a party together.
Yeah, let's go.
Fisher and Weezer Farmstead, they know how to get down. Hey. I hope you enjoyed this joyride with the Nightcap. You better come to Fredericksburg, Texas. Have fun at the Fisher and Weezer Farmstead. Enjoy the history, the peaches, the wine, the sauces, and of course, the spirits and deets. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Pros!